Hey coaches, this is Coach Gaskin coming here to do a little drill clinic for Coach Bandstra on his channel. Just a little background for me. I'm the defense coordinator and linebackers coach at Stebbins HS in Dayton, Ohio. We've had a pretty good run the last couple years where we've made it to the playoffs and actually won some playoff games, and just been able to experience some success that the school hasn't had a lot of in the past. So I'm just here. I'm going to talk about one of my linebacker drills that I do. It's our open field tackling drill where we work on just getting our kids breaking down their feet and getting square on the ball carrier and matching steps. But first big thing for us, for me, is it incorporates all the kids. So I don't have any kids, from varsity starters all the way down to our JV kids. We can, we have a 100-yard field, so I can get all my guys working in this drill at the same time. So long story short, we get our guys to line up on a line. As you can see, the blue dots are the defenders, the yellow triangles are the offensive player, and then we'll set up a cone. We'll typically get them about 10 yards apart, and we'll set a cone about 3 yards out from where the ball carrier is. Now the ball carrier stays stationary. The linebacker, he sprints to the cone, and this is to simulate squeezing distance between the linebacker and ball carrier in open space. So he sprints to the cone. As soon as he gets to the cone, he's breaking his feet down, getting a wide stance, and chopping his feet into the ball carrier. Now it's that just simulates getting their hips low, getting their feet underneath them so they can change direction if he does, but basically just getting a nice wide base so they can wrap and drive their feet. That's the first step that we go through, is breaking our feet down, coming to a stop, putting our head where the ball is, and just clubbing the ball carrier. Now, on the second level, once we've gone through once and everybody's comfortable with that, same process, sprinting to the cone. Then he's going to go start breaking his feet down. This time, though, the ball carrier is going to take a step in either direction. I don't dictate the direction because I don't want the linebacker kid necessarily knowing which direction the guy is going to step before he starts. The key with this, with the progression, is the linebacker is now going to use near foot and mirror step where the running back stepped, making sure he's splitting the ball carrier with the near foot. So we want to have a good power base. We want our foot splitting the running back and our head getting across the ball carrier and wrapping again. The feet, you can add things like feet drive to it, but at the beginning, we just want to get used to mirroring that step and clubbing with our arms to make sure we have a good wrap on the ball carrier, and we're focusing in on keeping square and staying in front of the ball carrier so that we aren't getting out of position and having to reach to make tackles. The third step, third progression, I should say, in this particular drill, we are going to same 10 yards, same sprint to the cone. The linebacker is going to start breaking his feet down when he hits the cone, like the other two progressions. But this time, the running back will take a step early. He needs to match that step, but then he will take a counter step, which he will need to match with that second step, breaking down, getting the head across, near foot, stepping to the middle, getting head across, and clubbing, what we call clubbing, taking our arms and really wrapping and getting a good club on that on the ball, or on the ball carrier, and making sure that he is, tackled and we are square into the running back ball carrier in the drill. Now, I listed off some things here that I like particularly about this drill. Is everyone is involved, which I know a lot of times, if you have quite a bit of kids and you're doing certain drills and they're in a line, they can get a little lackadaisical or maybe start, messing with each other. Everybody's got a partner, and this is a rapid fire, many reps, helps get kids multiple reps and get better at breaking their feet down and making solid tackles. Another good thing is this can be a padded drill or a non-padded drill. So in the summer when we're doing camp days, we'll do this drill quite a bit because they don't have to fit and drive through the kid. Now they can, obviously as a progression once you get pads on, but it allows our kids to get used to getting up close and personal and wrapping without necessarily coming full contact. So if you have some kids that haven't played a lot of football, or maybe it's their first year playing football, it gets them comfortable with making contact, being in close proximity without necessarily having to have that thud. So they get comfortable there. And then the next progression is getting that thud, and it allows them to get comfortable being up close and personal, like we know we have to be when we're tackling ball carriers in football. The other kind of things is it allows me visually as a coach, I get to use the lines on the field, which helps me see their feet and how their feet are working. Are they staying square and where they are on the line? So it lets me know, are they behind? Are they too slow? Are their feet too wide? Are they too narrow? It gives me a better coaching reference because the kids are on a line and I get to, use the field to my advantage in that way. The real big keys for me as far as watching what the kids are doing, like every good linebacker, you want no false steps at the takeoff. So when they're square and they're in their stance, when you blow the whistle, you want to see no false steps from the kids when they start off on their sprint. They are to sprint, and I want a hard sprint to that first cone because I want them. This is game. I want this like as much like game situation as possible. I want the kids to be sprinting to squeeze the distance between them and the ball carrier, then staying square to the ball carrier the whole time on the line. When they're going to be, like I said, trying to rep this as game responsive as possible, speed wise, and getting used to that kind of speed when they're out there playing. Now, when they hit that cone, you want to see hips getting low, knees getting bent, and that chop step they really slow their speed and they come under control. So they're going from a dead sprint to a feet chopping under control step, which is going to allow them to square up on the ball carrier and be able to shift their head to where the ball is, which is what I try to do. I call it biting the ball, so that when their helmet comes in contact with the ball, we maybe even get some fumbles out of that. Now, the number 5 step in this is head to the side of the ball and we throw the club. So when I first start teaching this, I just have our kids ball their fists up. So they're just, nice, simple, throwing clubs. We're not necessarily grabbing cloth the first time we go through this. We're just going to take our hands, and I want them to exaggerate getting under the armpits and really throwing those clubs so that their fists are touching behind the running back. I want them to exaggerate the wrap because we know we're not always going to get that wrap in a game situation, but if you're exaggerating it in practice, you're going to be able to they're going to be more likely to get a good wrap in the game because they're so used to throwing their hands and getting a good wrap in practice. Now, the second and third level to the drill, when they have to match step, you are going to make the key things to look for here is match the steps with the running back so they aren't lunging and throwing their chest out, or they're trying to just reach and grab. You want them to maintain the base and mirror step with that running back so that they're chest to chest and they're square with the running back as much as possible. And then the last and most important thing, I think, as far as with the angle step, is the near foot step, so that you're have a good power base and you're not just going to get ran over. You're leveraging yourself into the running back and you are bringing force with you. You're not just trying to catch. You're not hoping. You're wrapping. You're driving that near foot through his crotch and you're driving your feet as you make the tackle. You're not just hoping to grab cloth and bring him down or hold him up. I want you driving with that near foot and your hips through the running back and making a sound, good tackle where you're bringing your force and momentum with you and not just holding on and hoping for the best. Uh, just a real simple drill. Like I said, it starts with us in the summer and we use it and progress with it through the season as we get pads on. So it's a good drill that keeps that the kids know what to do. They line up quickly. It's a rep drill. So you're getting multiple reps at tackling, which I know we all need, especially now with the days of we don't hit all the time. So it can be as much contact as you want or as little contact as you want, and it gets you maximum reps and gets them used to, coming in close proximity to the ball carrier and wrapping their arms. Well, that's pretty much all for this drill, and hopefully you guys, you like it. If you need to reach out to me, my name's Brian Gaskin. I'm on Twitter at BDG59, and my email address is bdgdad@gmail.com. I'm always willing to, share ideas, and if you like the drill, I can talk to you about it, or maybe I'll have some stuff that I want from you. So talk to you coaches later, and